All right, welcome back, everybody. This is Sarcasm Speaks. I'm Jared. He's Bob. Don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube right now, thank your lucky stars. We almost had a bit of a problem, but we fixed it, and we're here. So give us a thumbs up, subscribe, like it, leave us a comment, all that fun stuff. It's all the engagement that matters here. None of the other stuff matters now that I gotta bring myself down. I'm just very high strung at the moment, I would say. Starting with the end of my day. I was supposed to have a meeting at 2:30. So we had planned I would be here after work to record on my way home, because I literally drive by you on my way home. And meeting's supposed to start at 2:30. I think, did I send you the Snapchat?
Yep.
It was 2:31, and there were two other people in the room with me. And I believe I said something along the lines of, I put the timestamp of 2:31, and I go, meeting was supposed to start at 2:30. No one's here, yet everyone will bitch and complain when the meeting goes later than what it's scheduled for. And we didn't start the meeting until probably 2:42. That's being, polite about it. And wouldn't you know, big surprise, the meeting went late.
How come?
Could you believe that? Maybe because we started about 12 minutes late. So I was obviously later coming here. Now I just found out that my house doesn't have stairs in it. And Amy's there right now with the dog. And she's trying to figure out the ladder that we bought, because it's not just a regular ladder, because I couldn't just buy a regular ladder. I had to get the all-in-one, the Little Giant. They're not a sponsor of the show, but you know what, Little Giant, if you wanted to sponsor us, you could. I would allow that. Maybe that today's episode is brought to you by Little Giant.
Little Giant ladders.
Yeah, everything we say here today can be attributed directly back to them.
Yep, everything.
Yep, every single little thing. So thank you, Little Giant, for that. But yeah, she couldn't figure out how to do it and set it up inside to, get to the second floor, because
It's the only room in the house.
it's the only room left in the house now. It's official. There's no more we at least have this little spot. Nope. We have... I'm not exaggerating. We have a corner. So you know the house a little bit.
Yep.
But we have the front corner of what used to be the living room. Like when you walk in the front door, you take a right. That is going to be our eventual kitchen and dining room. So in the front corner, it is the only part of that, I would say probably the entire house, outside of our bedroom, that is not going to be touched. Like, the walls don't need to come down. Like, they're not building anything new. Like, you know what I mean? We're good. So that's where the fridge is. And next to the fridge, we have two small, and small is being generous about one of them. We have two small folding tables. One of them is probably just slightly bigger than this. Again, if you're on YouTube, you can maybe see the table the laptop is sitting on.
They call that an end table.
Yeah. And one of the smaller one has the microwave and the coffee maker on it. And then the other slightly larger folding table has those plastic bins stacked on it. And that has snacks, the Tupperware containers, the tin foil, things we actually need access to, seasonings, and what I'm doing to prep food before I cook it is I use my old ironing board because it doesn't take up a lot of space, obviously, because we don't have space. So I keep the ironing board tucked behind everything. And then last night, when I was going to cook dinner, I pulled out the ironing board. I opened it up. I wrapped it like we used to wrap books back in middle school with the paper, like brown paper bags. I made a book cover for my ironing board so that like the meat juices don't sit, because it's cloth. Everyone knows what an ironing board looks like. Ironing board is cloth. So the meat juices don't like sink in and smell disgusting. So I'm going to have to change the paper book cover on my ironing board, probably at least weekly. And that's how I prep my food. So I took out my chicken and I put it on there and I seasoned it and I did everything I needed to do. And then I put it on the Traeger and, went along my merry little way. And when I was done with everything, we cleaned up. I washed my dishes in the tub last night because that's normal, right?
Why the fuck aren't you guys using paper?
Well, yeah, we do. We use paper plates, but like I had a cutting board. So I had to wash the cutting board. I had a big salad bowl because we just made one big salad instead of like having, you know what I mean? Like I just had one bowl and then you pull it from there. And then I ate. So Amy actually took whatever salad she wanted out of the bowl and put it on her plate. And then I ate out of the giant salad bowl, just my regular salad.
How was the salad prepared?
Tossed. Just like everyone loves it. Hand tossed. So yeah, that was that. And that is life now. That we don't have stairs. Amy went to buy one of those swaddling cloths because we're going to attempt to swaddle Pickett to Amy's chest so that she can go up the ladder, and we're going to try it. If it doesn't work, we're sleeping in the tent tonight out back.
Well, see, the good thing about Pickett is that she's like super calm.
Yep.
And like...
Yeah, very, very sedated.
Definitely gonna like allow you to like swaddle her, and then definitely won't like wiggle out of it. Or anything.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
That's really not her game.
No, she's really cool with you kind of like moving her limbs like wherever you want them to.
Yeah, she like reminds me of like a tranked out tiger or something like all the time.
Yeah, like when you go to the zoo and all the animals are just sleeping all the time.
Yeah. That reminds me of Pickett.
Yeah, I would say so. She's definitely not the most hyper dog I've ever met. Actually, I can say that for a fact. She's not, because I've met a lot of little dogs, like little Jack Russell Terriers that fucking suck. But yeah, no, she's certainly up there as far as activity, hyperactivity.
Dude, by this time next week, there's gonna be a puppy here.
Shit, that's gonna be cool, kind of. Until it like pisses and shits and chews stuff and all that. All the puppy stuff that it does.
Like nips, jumps up, bites your shorts.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Bite your ankles.
Well, luckily it's not a chihuahua.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Did you end up getting the one that you wanted originally?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Peter Parker?
Yeah.
What's the new name? Leo?
It's going to be Leo.
Like a lion.
Yeah.
Sweet. That thing's fucking awesome.
So I believe at 7 weeks, he was 7 pounds.
Wow.
We're going to get him at 8 weeks. And I don't know how much he's going to weigh. Not a lot.
I don't know dogs either. Like, I don't know if that's normal or what
I don't know,
means,
dude. So,
like, projection wise.
So out front, there's a 9-week-old black lab. Mm-hmm. This is like the smallest thing I've ever seen. So fucking small.
Yeah.
And it's like, I could almost like wrap my hand around her.
Yeah. Dude,
so.
The one thing I don't understand dogs and like how they grow, because you'll see like a 9-week-old dog that's literally can like fit in my hand. And then like they grow super fucking fast when they're like 8 months. You know what I mean? Like 8 months, the dog's like 40 pounds already. And then people are like, oh, well, they're still not done growing. It's like, oh, okay. And then they get to be like a year and they're like maybe 60 pounds. And they're like, well, we still don't know if they're really done growing. You're like, you literally went from 9 pounds to 40 pounds in 7.5 months, and you've grown like 10 pounds in the last 5, but you still don't know if they're done. Like I feel like 90% of the growth happens in the first 6 months, and then for the next year, because apparently dogs keep growing until they're like a year and a half, they just grow a little bit, maybe, until they decide to stop.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't understand it.
No clue.
Like, I don't know. I guess, although now that I say that, I'm a fucking moron, because that does kind of make sense. Like, human-wise, we grow a fuck ton from like 0 to like 14, and then from 14 to 18, we like grow just a little bit.
What is that in dog years?
Death. Dogs don't live to be 18 years old. So, well, the ones that do don't really have a good time.
No, it's a rough go.
Yeah. Pun intended.
Gross.
Yeah, so that's what I'm really looking forward to leaving here and figuring out if and how we're gonna get picking up that ladder to our bedroom on the second floor. So
I've seen a dog climb a ladder.
I have too.
I definitely have not seen them climb down a ladder, though.
No, that's the problem. And I said that to Amy, and I was like, do you think we could like get her to go up the ladder? And she was like, no. She would sit at the bottom and look at me and then just bark because she's mad. Like, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this type of thing? So most likely I'll be sleeping in a tent tonight.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I mean, at least the weather is
thunderstorms
nice.
in the forecast?
There weren't all day, but now I'm going to check the weather, and it's going to be a thunderstorm tonight now. Oh, hey, look at that. I promise you I did not look this up prior. I literally looked at the weather on like Sunday because I was kind of thinking that we were not going to get stairs at some point this week. And Monday, Tuesday, we're recording this on a Tuesday, everybody, if you couldn't figure that out. Monday, Tuesday was clear, fine. Wednesday was like a small chance of thunderstorms. I think it was like 20 or 28% or something. And then Thursday was like rain. Like Thursday is supposed to rain all day. So I remember on Sunday, literally 2 days ago, being like, oh, that's cool. So they'll probably give us no stairs on Wednesday, and we'll have to sleep outside in the rain on Thursday. But as long as it's not that day, like, we'll be good. And wouldn't you know, I just popped open the weather app. Currently, it is 88 degrees outside, and there's an 8% chance of rain. However, when I go to the hourly forecast, beginning at 8 p.m., there is a 93% chance for thunderstorms and rain, and the weather app is so kind as to the top of the page to give you some alerts. And the alert that we have today is we are in a severe thunderstorm watch. So it's because we don't have stairs, and I'm going to have to sleep in a tent.
You should pitch the tent in the basement.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's
do you have that space? Do you have any space cleared out down there?
Yeah, there is some. Yeah, that's not a terrible idea, actually.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
It is quite literally your best option.
Yep. Yeah, I think you just solved our problem. I will be sleeping in a tent in my basement.
I mean, you'll have to put this up on fucking the Instagram page.
Oh, yeah. Yep. For sure.
Because it's a preposterous thing to have to do.
Take a picture of the tent in the basement and being like, this is my life. That, like, this is legitimate. Like, we say all the time on this show, like, I'm such a piece of shit. Like, the stupid things happen to me. Like, I get stuck behind the same fucking shitty driver twice in 1 week at different times in different locations. Yeah, no, I would, on a day that was forecasted to be totally clear, now that my stairs are gone, it's severe thunderstorms tonight. When I was planning on just sleeping in a tent. Yep. That is par for the course, I would say.
It's pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah, aren't you jealous?
Kinda. Maybe I'll sleep outside.
I was going to say, do you want to sleep outside? We'll get walkie-talkies. Hey, how awesome is it for you?
Getting dumped on over there?
Yeah.
Yep. Me too.
Except it's not rain. It's just life. Life is just continuously pissing on me. Well,
So bad.
yeah. And it was funny. I had another meeting yesterday after work because why not? Let's pack as many meetings in as we can, which I guess I don't really mind because the construction guys don't really take off until like between 4:30 and 5 anyway. But I had another meeting yesterday and like some of my coworkers, because I'm gone during the day because I do field trips with the summer program. So I got back and some of my coworkers, like I hadn't seen them since last week, and they were like, "Oh, like how's the house going?" Because I told some of them like what we're doing, and I just looked at one of them and I go, "Chaos," and she's like, "What?" Like she was like taken back, like she like didn't. I don't know, like maybe I came off a little too much for her because I just looked at her just like that, and I just go, "Chaos."
Yeah, I mean, this is this is what happens when you renovate a house while living in it.
Yeah, yeah, and she's younger.
Yeah,
like so
has no clue.
she's still full of like positivity and like
Idiot.
youthful exuberance. She's like, I don't know, she's probably like 24.
Dumb fuck.
And yeah, she hasn't been scarred by life yet. And she's like, "Well, it'll be great when it's done." And I go, "Yeah, I guess.
I fucking hope so.
I certainly fucking hope so." Because, you know, it also is not going to be done until November.
Because this sucks pretty bad right now.
Yeah, this fucking blows. And at that time, I still had stairs.
And didn't have to sleep outside in a thunderstorm.
Yeah. So,
So what about today? Is today the worst day of your life?
yeah. yes, it is. So, I think I scared her a little bit. Whoops.
I mean, these people have to learn at some point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also, like I say, too, if you've been listening to the show long enough, you know I work at a very, I don't know, it's a very, like, liberal environment. Like, not the work environment itself. It's just, I'm in the social work field, and I'm at a special education day school. So the type of people that work there are very liberal. So just it's stereotyping. They typically are a lot more positive. You know, they're a lot more optimistic. They're a lot more, I don't know if naive is the right word, but they're like a lot more like kind.
I was gonna say a lot more likely not to live in reality, where everything sucks, and no matter what you think,
Yeah.
no matter how good your mindset is, you will be beaten down and fucking brutally abused.
Yes. Yep. That's just life. It sucks and it blows, and you just deal with it because you don't really have any other option. I had that conversation with Amy the other day about like just trying to get shit done, and it's like it's tough because like we are living in it, and the people that are around us have no idea. Like I can explain, like you do because you've been there and you've seen the house and you helped us take it down. But there's some people that are like, they only know like the story of like what it is. Like they weren't a part of it. They weren't this. And like trying to get people to understand or even to like help doesn't work.
Well, I also was there when Big Rob renovated their house.
Yeah.
And him and fucking Joe from across the street, they did it themselves.
Yeah.
No contractor.
Yeah.
They did it on weekends.
Right.
So it was like our buddy had to go sleep in the front porch room,
Yeah.
which barely fit a bed.
Yeah.
His sister, or his middle sister, was supposed to be living at college, decided not to live at college that year.
Perfect.
So she slept on a couch in the living room, and the living room was like plastic sheeted off, so it almost made like for all the dust and whatever.
Yeah.
So it almost made like a little bubble room for her.
Yeah.
And then when they finished one other room, they moved her couch somewhere else because again, she wasn't supposed to be there.
Right.
And she's like, "Oh, I don't think I'm going to live at school this year." And he's like, "I don't know what you want me to tell you. Your room's fucking demolished."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And I'm sure she'll probably listen to this episode at some point, so she knows. Like the conversation we had was like, she gets really frustrated with people when they don't follow through with whatever they say. And I look at it like, well, and again, this is my cynicism showing here, but like I don't rely on other people for anything ever. Like if I want, like, unless, like, I don't know, typically more often than not, like if something needs to be done, I just do it. Because if people also have their own bullshit going on. Like, you guys were all nice enough to like take a Saturday and come fucking to demo our attic, which again, I'm more appreciative than anything because I never would have been able to do that alone. But like, when something needs to be done, you just fucking do it, because waiting for someone else, and this is what I said, like, it's never going to be convenient for them. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you wait, if they're like, oh yeah, I'll come get that whenever, or like, I'll help you do that. And it's like, no. Like, we just do it, because it's never going to be convenient. There's never a convenient time for anyone to drop what they're doing to go out of their way to do something for us, because they have their own bullshit going on, or like they just don't want to deal with it. And they have the ability as outsiders to do that and not really give a shit. And it is what it is. There's like, the only thing I can do is bitch about it on my fucking podcast, but like, it's not going to change anything. And it doesn't make me mad either, because like I said, I get it. And it's an inconvenience for them to do something to help us, but we live in it. Like, it's literally like our house that we can't escape.
Nope.
So when something needs to get done, like, we just have to do it, because you can't rely on other people to drop what they're doing to help out. You know, like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Most often it doesn't.
Yeah, or it's just like,
but it's funny. Like I said,
just easier to fuck. Like, it's just so much easier to do it yourself too, because when you ask people for favors, like whatever, they go, hey, could you help me? Like, because you want to give people notice. Like, hey, in a couple weeks, could you help me with this?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, no problem. Just remind me as we get closer. And then it's like, oh, hey, you still good for Saturday? Oh, what's Saturday?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you know, I was gonna borrow your truck for whatever. Oh yeah, I gotta go to work in the morning. It's like, fuck, man. Like, I asked you for help because I kind of needed the help.
Right.
Not because I needed you to, you know, suggest help to you.
Right.
I don't know. I've always been like that.
Yeah, I'm the same way. And like I said, like, I don't get upset when people can't.
No, because it's the expectation.
Or don't. Yeah.
People are not going to come through for you.
No.
They're not going to.
I learned that a long time ago.
People are not going to come through for you.
No.
No matter, and it doesn't make them bad people.
That's the thing too. Like I said, like, it does, like I said already, it doesn't make me mad. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, if you can help, awesome. If you can't, great.
Yeah, but
like, so like, on the flip side of that, we actually had a good situation. Like, Nick is going to listen to this. Shout out to Nick, friend of the show, has been on before. Love to have him on again whenever we can make it work. But he helped us out. He came and grabbed a couch. Like, there was a couch that needed to get moved to one of their aunt's houses, and like, we don't have a truck. So Nick has a truck, and he was able to come after he worked on a Sunday and came to get the couch and move. So that's a situation where, like, it did work, you know, but there have been some other situations along the way when things don't work, and it's like, all right, well, whatever. Like, that's what we get for relying on other people.
Yeah. So it's like, credit to Nick for doing it, but if Nick didn't come get the couch, doesn't make him a bad guy.
No, it just would have been trash.
But it's
because, like, we had like a hard, because it was in a room that needed to be worked on. So it was like, and it was, I looked at it very, very, I take everything very matter of fact, and I'm a very pragmatic person. Like, I keep things very, for the most part, black and white. Now, I obviously understand there's nuance to everything, but like, for like stupid little shit, you know what I mean? Like, I keep things very black and white. Like, this couch needs to be out of here by Monday morning, or it's trash. And like, I'm sorry that, like, and again, this was a scenario that didn't happen because Nick was able to do it, but if he wasn't able to do it, it would have been trash. So now I don't give a shit that your aunt now doesn't get her couch that she was told she was going to have, because we set the expectation it needs to be gone by this date or it's gone, and it wasn't picked up by this date, so now it's gone. Yep. And that's how I look at things. Like, I set very clear expectations, and then I go from there. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Like, I don't hold grudges either. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not like a, I don't know. I can't think of words right now, but I'm not like a, what's it called?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Like a person that holds grudges, that like revengeful. I'm not a vengeful.
Spiteful?
Yeah, I'm not exactly. I'm not a spiteful person. I just kind of look at things for how they are. And like I said, it is what it is. It's whatever.
So, like, you weren't going to take that couch, throw a bunch of gas on it, light it on fire, and, like, send a video to the aunt?
No.
You'd be like, this is what happens when...
I was going to put it on the front lawn with a free sign. And then if no one came to pick it up, then it was going to get a trash sticker on it, and then it was going to become trash.
I'm trash.
Yes, I'm going to stand next to it with 4 trash stickers on me, begging for the fucking waste management company to take me away.
No, they don't want me.
How many fucking stickers do I need for a person? It's two stickers for
Living,
anything.
not dead.
Yeah.
There's no crime involved.
It's 1 sticker for anything under 30 pounds and 2 stickers for anything over. If I put like 6 stickers on me as a person, will you take me away, please?
I'll lay on the couch.
Yeah. Just get me out of here. I'd rather live in a fucking dump.
I mean, a lot of pros to living in a dump.
Endless resources.
You know how much cool shit's in the dump?
Yeah. Didn't they do an Always Sunny episode of that? I feel like that was the thing.
I forget. Maybe like they were going through the dump and like finding all this cool shit, and it was all shit that they were. Oh no, that happened on the boat.
Oh yeah, that's
they
what.
They were diving for shit in the ocean. Like, look at all this cool shit, and that's because D was throwing it out the window.
Yeah. And
I feel like that happened at a
the
dump.
boat. They burnt the boat down.
Yeah, I feel like that happened at a dump in some other show though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fuck, man. What can you do? There's nothing you can do. There's no sense in being pissed off. You just whatever, because it's only going to cause you more grief. You know what I mean? Like, imagine that. Like, if you're just mad all the time. Like,
what do I have to imagine?
Yeah. You know, but like if you get
hold on, is there like another way?
I don't know. I would say that we probably both ride the middle pretty frequently. And you've said that before. You don't get too high, don't get too low.
That's true. I just look miserable all the time. Yeah. Like, I also, so this is the thing, is like everyone thinks I'm pissed off all the time. It's just because I fuck with everybody. Like, I'm constantly fucking with everyone.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, Bob's in a bad mood. And I just go, so I just say, like, why would I be in a good mood?
Yeah.
But literally, like, if I'm giving people shit like that, it's because I'm intentionally fucking with them.
Right.
And it's amazing that they don't get it.
Yeah, because it's fun. Like, doing that shit is fun.
I find it hysterical.
Yeah. Because you can like carry it for almost as long as you want, and people just don't get it.
With high school kids, I can carry it forever if I need to, because they're too stupid to figure it out.
Yeah. So that's that.
Until one of them asks me who pissed in my Cheerios, and I fucking flip out.
Stupid fucking.
All it takes is that question for someone to have pissed in my Cheerios.
Who pissed in your Cheerios? You right now saying that. that is
Why
that.
the fuck is it every fucking time one of you has to run your smart fucking mouths?
Yeah. Well, that's my bitching sesh. That just took a half hour just to bitch about shit.
All because you don't have stairs.
All because I don't have fucking stairs. But I'm not a mad person. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it.
You're mad.
You're fucking mad about it listening to me. But realistically, like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, what's the point? There is no point in being mad or upset about stupid shit like that. It goes back to like the whole thing. It's some other quote, but John Lester said it once. That's always who I remember it getting attributed to. And he was like, don't worry about the things you can't control. So like, we can't really control any of this shit. So what's the point? You know, like whatever.
There's very little that you can control.
Yeah. And you've said it before, don't sweat, like that book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff. Like that's pretty much what it comes down to. Like you just kind of fucking go. Like if you're going to let something like this like ruin your day or like ruin your week, like that's a fucking shitty way to live, man. Like little tiny things, like hiccups of things that don't go your way is going to like disrupt your fucking life to the point where like you have a quote unquote bad week. Like, I don't know, maybe you need to like re-inventory how you look at things. Cause I mean, I probably piss people off sometimes because I just shrug most things off. I'm like, whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. It's not that big of a deal. Like, we'll figure it out. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, I say it all the time. Like, I'll figure it out. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, at the end of the day, like, we have a house. It's pretty much just studs and a roof, but like, it exists. You know what I mean? Like, I have a job. I have a car that works. I have a work car that they gave me to use. You know, like
Could sleep in that.
I could actually, yeah. Like life's not that bad. Like, is it very inconvenient right now? Yeah, it sucks. It's annoying, but like, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, without knowing the specifics, you knew it wasn't going to be fucking roses.
Right. And going into it, like I knew it was going to suck too. I'm just bitching because I like to bitch. And this is my fucking show, and I can bitch if I want to. So, fuck off. Turn it off if you don't like it.
How to build a listener base.
Yeah.
Step 1. Tell people to get the fuck out if they don't like it.
Yeah. Right from the book of Vinny. Remember Vinny used to do that all the time when he was on fucking Sundays when he was hammered? Fuck your listeners. They all fucking suck. He's like on beer fucking 32 just on Sunday, pushing like 100 for the weekend. About to pass out before or after whenever we used to do Sunday night football.
Like sitting there like fucking tilting back and forth with a beer in his hand.
Like he's on a boat. He's sitting in a chair as if he's like on a boat. Like just fucking rocking like in random directions that don't make any sense. Like at least have like an autistic rock, like back and forth or side to side. It's literally like waves on a boat. Like there's just no pattern to it. And spill wine on the floor. Fuck,
Spill.
I miss Vinny.
Spill.
I love him.
Throw wine on the floor.
Yeah. Literally, he threw wine all over that house. He threw himself all over that house.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, in other news, Ben and Jerry's has been in the news lately, and I think whatever. I don't know. There's a couple different ways you can think about this. I'll get to how I feel in a second, but I'll lay out the sitch for you here. So obviously everyone knows Ben and Jerry's is like, they're a bunch of hippies. They've always been political activists. They've always done this bullshit here. So what has happened is obviously everyone is aware of the shit. I should be more specific. The most recent shit between Israel and Palestine, because that's always a funny thing to me when people are talking about like, oh man, this Israel-Palestine thing. Like, oh man, what's going on here? Oh my God, can you believe they did this? And I'm like, yeah.
Nothing should surprise you about anything they do.
They've literally been doing it since
like the 40s?
No. For thousands of years.
Yeah, no shit, but like
the Israel-Palestine conflict has been going on for thousands of years. Since all the
it's biblical, isn't it?
Well, the Jews, the at that time Israelis were all captured by the Egyptians and brought to Egypt as slaves. So then these other people that were in the Middle East migrated to the land that was no longer inhabited by Jews or Israelis. I don't know which is which. I think all Israelis are Jews, but not all Jews are Israeli. Here's your fucking philosophy question for you. So the fucking these random people from the Middle East migrate to the area that was Israel, and they're like, cool, there's like some stuff here already built, and like we can turn this into our space. And then the Jews escape from Egypt, and they go back to the land that they were, and they're like, hey, you're in my house. And they're like, no, we found it. And it was kind of like a finders keepers, losers weepers situation. And then they just started fighting. And ever since that day, they have been fighting.
Yeah, but can you believe what happened?
It's like all these people are like, can you believe they did this? Yes, actually I can, because they have been doing this for quite literally thousands of years.
Almost like their entire history.
Yeah, almost like since they've existed. So the most recent thing, like I said, between Israel and Palestine, that's been in the news recently, Ben and Jerry's has come out and said that they are going to stop serving their product to Israeli-occupied Palestinian territory, which, for lack of a better word, for simplistic purposes, is the West Bank of Gaza. The Gaza Strip.
The Gaza Strip and West Bank are those two different places?
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
They're probably connected, but
They're
whatever.
probably, yeah, who knows? I don't know. Who cares? It's literally the other side of the
It's
world.
the middle of fucking...
Yeah.
It's the desert.
Yeah. So that's what it boils down to, is Ben and Jerry's is going to stop doing that. Well, because nobody can keep their fucking mouths shut in 2021. I don't know what they have. Prime Minister, President, I don't fucking know. Some fucking czar of Israel, the ice cream czar.
The king of Israel.
Yeah, the king of Israel came out and said, this is anti-Semitic behavior. This is terrible. We need to boycott Ben and Jerry's. Mind you, Ben and Jerry's never said they were going to stop serving ice cream
To Jews.
in Israel.
Or to Jews.
Or to Jews.
Because...
They said they wanted to stop supplying their product to the West Bank.
This is the other thing, too, that pisses me off with, like, the Israel-Jew thing, whatever. It's like, Israel is, in fact, a country.
Yes.
Judaism is, in fact, a religion. Are they the same thing or not? Because, like, Jew, the heritage...
Yes.
Is an Israeli, I assume, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you go back, like, the Old Testament took place in the Middle East.
And because what I'm saying is, like, if someone goes...
Which is my favorite thing in the world whenever I talk to people and they talk about Jesus Christ. And I love, it's one of my favorite things in the world to just remind them
That he was white?
That Jesus was brown.
Nah, he was
like,
white.
all those pictures you see of Jesus with blonde eyes and, I'm sorry.
Blonde eyes?
Blonde hair and blue eyes and fair skin.
I mean, he had brown hair.
Like, he was Middle Eastern. He looked a lot closer to, I love this too, it really fires people up. Jesus looked a lot closer to Osama bin Laden than like what you see in the paintings of him. Yeah, than me. Yeah. He was a lot closer to Osama bin Laden than me.
No.
So,
not my Jesus.
There's your Jesus fact of the day. Like I said, it's my favorite thing to point out to people.
Because it's like, hey, I'm Italian, I'm Irish. Oh, I'm Jewish. It's like,
yeah,
well, that's a religion. I'm Catholic, I guess.
I think it is both. It's one of those weird things where it's both an ethnicity and a religion.
So they're trying to they're trying to play both sides, so they come out on top with the anti-Semitic bullshit.
They are, yeah.
Because anti-Semitic is supposed to be anti-Jew.
Yes.
I believe the religion.
Yes.
Not the people.
Well, I think it's also the philosophy thing. All Israelis are Jews, but not all Jews are Israeli.
I'm going to Google this. Because there's got to be some Muslims in Israel. No, because then they would just be in Palestine.
They're in Palestine, yeah.
Are all Israelis Jews? What are 75%?
What's the other 25?
Oh God, hold on. So Wikipedia, under Israelis, the largest ethnic group in Israel, 75% Jews, 20% Arabs, 5% other minorities.
Okay. So that's ethnicity. That's not religion.
Fuck, that's what we were looking at. Wait.
Because Arab is not a religion.
Oh, that's true. That's Muslim. Fuck. And then there's Haaretz? I don't know what that is.
Hogwarts?
No. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, so the Ben and Jerry's thing.
Yes, back to the ice cream.
The king of Israel is saying we need to boycott Ben and Jerry's, and they're like pushing like people to boycott in the United States. And everyone's just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I look at it like, one, it's ice cream. I look again, here I go being pragmatic again. But if someone came up to me, if I had a pint of Ben and Jerry's, because I like Ben and Jerry's, I like their flavors. They have delicious fucking ice cream. And they come in a pint because I can sit down and eat a pint in one sitting. Probably feel gross after, but I'm still going to do it. I'm not going to sit and eat a whole fucking quart of ice cream, even though I could. I don't want to. But pints are very, very, they're easy to eat in one sitting.
And as someone that won't tolerate lactose, I won't do it.
Yeah.
Their dairy-free options are miles and miles better than every other option.
Yes. Yeah. Ben and Jerry's, good ice cream. If I were ever to walk through a store carrying a pint of Ben and Jerry's and someone had the audacity to come to me and say, do you know what you're supporting? I would look at them and be like, yeah, my stomach, because this shit's fucking delicious. Go fuck yourself with your politics. Like, I look at it like, do you like the ice cream? Do you like the flavor? Okay, then buy it. Well, it does political. No.
Stop making ice cream political.
If you don't like it, don't fucking eat it. But if you like the ice cream, like, my thing is, I laugh. I think it's hilarious that, because I know this happens, there's going to be someone that walks into a grocery store, stands in the ice cream aisle, looks at the door, and has a conversation with themselves about a moral dilemma about whether or not they should buy Ben and Jerry's ice cream. Like, you want to talk about, like, there are bigger problems in life?
Nope.
Like, the fucking ice cream doesn't mean anything. Get fucked. Because now, like I said, now people are going after Ben and Jerry's, and now people are going after Israel. And it all depends on where you stand. If you're pro-Israel or pro-Palestine or all this bullshit, and they're like, well, how dare Israel get involved with U.S. politics? And it's like, well, how dare they be anti-Semitic by not serving ice cream to these people? And it's like, well, you're both assholes right now because you're not following the whole story. You're just saying stupid bullshit.
You know who is anti-Semitic?
I can think of one guy.
Think we're thinking of the same guy.
Yeah. Every argument usually leads back to him.
What he did was anti-Semitic.
Yes. Yep.
What happened throughout Europe in the late 30s into the 40s? That's anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Ice cream, not Semitic.
Yeah.
Unless they put a fucking Star of David with a big red fucking circle around it with the X through, like no Jews allowed.
Yeah.
Not anti-Semitic.
Yeah, until they put the stamp on here, if you're a Jew, don't buy this.
Yeah.
Like,
Until then,
yeah.
Semitic friendly.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God, man. People just bitch about the dumbest shit. And it's like everyone, like I said, everyone has a fucking opinion. And like boiled down to Ben and Jerry's ice cream. Why do we care where Ben and Jerry's wants to sell or not sell or where they stand politically?
What do we care what they think about the Middle East? And why is their thoughts on the Middle East? So first of all, I would even say like,
Because they're cookies and cream shit, or like peanut butters and cookies.
so
I
it's
think.
the dairy-free peanut butter and cookies.
that
fucking
thing
smacks.
is fucking incredible.
All of them. All of the dairy-free options, for those of you that are like me and just seriously will not tolerate lactose, you just will not have it.
Yeah.
Fucking makes me fucking sick thinking of lactose and how accepted it is.
We should cancel lactose.
Probably. Their dairy-free options are unbelievable. And someone might be like, well, I kind of like Halo Top. And it's like, yeah, I kind of like Halo Top too, because it's like 300 calories for a pint, but it tastes like fucking frozen water.
Yes. You know what
In
I found
comparison.
out? You know what I found out what they do with that?
What?
They fluff it with air. So what happens is
It is like fake ice cream.
because it's in a pint, but it's 360 calories. But what would happen is if you let it all melt and then refroze it, it wouldn't come back to the top because they like air fluff it, almost like cotton candy. It's like cotton candy ice cream. I found out that from some podcast that I was listening to, that's how they get it to be less calories. It's still the same ice cream, but it's like filled with air. You know, like it's
just
it's
not
whipped.
dense.
It's almost like whipped. Yeah, it's less dense. That's what.
Well, you
it
can
is.
tell that even with like the fucking full gas
Yeah,
Halo Top.
yeah.
Dude, I won't tolerate it. And I had some like full freight fucking Halo Top, and I was kind of fine.
Yeah, because there's really not that much.
It's not
in
that
there.
much.
Yeah,
Because then, like, if you go to an actual ice cream shop, stand, window, whatever, and you get, oh my god, what's the opposite of soft serve? Is it just regular, like regular ice cream,
yeah. Hard ice cream.
just regular hard ice cream,
Yeah,
and like you get like a small, and then you get it, and it's like almost drops to the floor because it's so fucking heavy.
yeah.
Like that ain't the same.
Yeah. No, it's not. It is definitely not. So, fuck you. And you're trying to make ice cream political. Fucking bitches. We got awesome. I actually think this is hilarious. So did we talk about Jeff Bezos in the last episode?
Probably.
Yeah, we talked about his cock rocket. And I tried to make the joke on Twitter, but it didn't catch because I'm not Twitter famous enough. So I actually caught an interview of him, and I don't know if this was like immediately after, but it was like post his, 5 seconds in space. Someone asked him a question about big business and climate change and the industrial influence on all this shit, whatever. And Bezos responds and goes, what we really need to do and start thinking about is taking these heavy industries, the ones that create a lot of pollution, and we need to take them and move them into space. So that's Jeff Bezos' solution, is take all the pollution from factories and all this shit and put them in space. Because nothing can go wrong with that, right?
All that is elevator going up.
Yeah, that is elevator going
Like
up.
in college, that's where you put all your problems. Just put it in the elevator going up.
Yeah, yeah. So also, there's twofold to that. His fucking company, Blue Origin, just went into space. What do you think he's going to try and do
Dump his recycling.
in the next however many decades is push for this industry to be like have production in space? Who do you think is going to be one of the first companies to bring production into space? Could it potentially be Blue Origin?
No.
Jeff Bezos' company?
No.
Do you think maybe his solution to climate change by moving heavy industry into space is really just a way for him to make even more fucking money, because you would have a company like everyone uses AWS right now, Amazon Web Services. Like when you host anything on the internet, it's most likely hosted by AWS. Like almost everything. I think they have like 70% of the fucking internet. Well, when Walmart wants to start producing things in space, who do you think is going to bring Walmart's production into space? It ain't going to be Walmart. It's going to be Blue Origin. You know, like, nobody can, because everyone was roasting Bezos. Everyone was like, oh, yeah, what an idiot. Like, he wants to just move pollution into space, which they are rightfully for, but I think they're missing the point. They're missing the point is that he's trying to do this to make more money. Like, he wants more money.
No, he's trying to solve the problem.
Yeah, because it's not actually a solution to the problem.
He's just doing
because
no,
now
he's
you're
doing
polluting,
it because he cares.
You're polluting space.
No, he's doing it because he cares. Definitely not about the money.
Yeah. He's an all-around good guy.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the money, dude.
Yeah. It's hilarious. I saw, shout out to Mike, friend of the show, also been on the show. He sent me a meme earlier, actually. I wonder if I can pull it up. It was a bunch of different headlines from the Washington Post over time. Yeah. So the first one is the Washington Post, and it's Washington Post to be sold to Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. So that was like one of the first ones. Jeff Bezos is buying the Washington Post. Shortly thereafter, there's an article that said, think twice before changing the tax rules to soak billionaires. And then a little bit after that, the smartest way to make the rich pay is not a wealth tax. And then the last one, the headline goes, the billionaire space race benefits the rest of us. Really? So it's like over time, since Bezos has owned the Washington Post, like how it's changed to just be like, you probably shouldn't, you don't want to tax billionaires. The way to get more money is to not tax billionaires. And then the billionaires spending all this money on the space race is good for you. That's like the trajectory of the Washington Post since it was bought by Jeff Bezos. But yeah, he's a good guy who wants to save the planet by moving heavy industry into space.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Yeah. So, fuck that guy. He's a fucking loser.
Nah, he's a billionaire. He's a role model.
Yeah. Yeah. He's no Elon Tusk. What was that? Was that Rick and Morty?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you have anything before we wrap this up? I'm a ball of fucking
We can wrap this up.
Madness today.
We can wrap this up.
All right.
So this is coming out on Thursday.
Yes.
So when this comes out Thursday, for most of you listening, outside of you in Bangladesh, I don't know what time zone you're in, the first round of the Olympic golf tournament should be over.
Oh, yeah.
So it's only 60 guys, so it's a no-cut event, whatever. So nothing will really change here. But the interesting wrinkle in this event is there are two guys, Sung Jae-im and Siwoo Kim, both Koreans, both in their early to mid-20s, both winners on the PGA Tour, both very good golfers, and both still have 2 years of military service in South Korea. Now, I don't know the ins and outs of the Korean military service, why they didn't just do it when they were 18. I don't know.
Right.
Because it seems like all these guys are quasi-successful at golf. These two are actually pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Then they have to go in the military for 2 fucking years, and then it takes them never to get back to where they were.
Right.
So unless it's like a ploy, like, hey, let's make as much money as we can until they come get us or whatever, or how many outs there are. I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs.
Right.
I figure it's not very hard to find out. I just don't care to look, nor do I care about anything. But one of those outs is to win an Olympic medal. You win an Olympic medal, your service gets waived.
Set the bar pretty low over there.
Well, if you think about it,
Pretty easy to do.
I mean, how easy is it to win an Olympic medal?
Nah, I'm being sarcastic.
Well, but you're maybe not. So
It's
South Korea is
it's
tough.
like almost impossible.
Yeah, but I mean, you could be like, to win the medal. Yeah, I was gonna say, but you could like make some team, like you could make the handball team, probably get no, that doesn't work.
No, because you think the Olympics only happen once every 4 years.
Yeah, you could be winter, but yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right. So once every 2 years. And, well, no, I'm going to stick with 4 because you're going to be either or. I don't think anybody does both.
Lolo Jones does both.
All right.
Bobsled and sprinting, I think.
Okay. So unless you're Lolo Jones, they happen once every 4 years.
The one person
Yeah.
example.
And what are there? Like 300 medals maybe that are given out?
Oh, I couldn't even tell you. Somewhere I feel like there's a shitload because you have like all of the track and field events, men and women.
Yeah.
Then you have all the relays, men and women. Basketball is a full roster. Handball is a full roster. Do they still play baseball?
Well, no. I'm not talking about like the legitimate number of medals given to the people. I'm saying like I count like if USA basketball gets gold, that's 1 medal. I don't give a fuck about like how many physical ones exist. But like what I'm saying is like if there's, let's call it 400 medals that are given out. That's 400 medals every 4 years. Like how many people actually exist in the world that hold an Olympic medal?
So that's the only thing though where roster size does matter. So I know South Korea sucks, but like let's just pretend South Korea was great at baseball. Is baseball in again? Is it
Yes.
out?
Yeah,
it's
it's
in.
back.
Okay, so it's back in.
It's back, yeah.
So the baseball roster is probably 25 guys.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're really fucking good at baseball, that's you got a chance.
Yeah.
Like if your team's any good.
Yeah.
Golf, there's 1.
Yes.
So like you don't have the benefit of a team.
Right.
But that's what. So I know it's Korea and they suck. But like let's just say we had that rule in the U.S. Well, you could be on the track and field team.
Yeah.
You could be on the relay team. You could be on the basketball team. You could be on baseball, softball, whatever.
Right.
Like there's opportunity there where it's not just 1.
Right.
But
right.
golf, there's 3 medals.
Yes.
Male, 3 medals, female. I don't think the females have to serve. So it'll be
That's
interesting.
So not woke of them.
Oh, imagine that. South Korea not woke.
That's a thing.
They don't treat men and women the same.
I sent that to you, right?
I don't know.
The United States is pushing to or inching closer to adding women to the draft. I thought I sent it to you and said, well,
I'm gonna be a dick for a second.
How's that for your fucking equality? You got it.
Hey, that's part of it.
You wanted equality. Here it is. Now you're all eligible for the draft.
Which only that's again figurative.
Which the next step after that is they're going to abolish the draft.
Probably.
That's what's going to happen. They're going to be like, oh, women are now eligible for the draft. Yeah, we got to abolish the draft.
Yeah, it's archaic anyway.
Yeah, cancel the draft.
So, long story short, be interesting to see where those guys finish.
Yeah.
Now, they both skipped the Open Championship to get ready over here. They've probably been in Japan. They've probably played the course a few times. You got to imagine they quarantine because they're not getting fucking bounced for COVID. Like,
Yeah.
they've got to be like in a hamster wheel.
Yeah.
So, be interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no reason either one can't win it. Neither of them have been playing all that good.
Is it still like a 4-round?
Yep. So
thing?
it's 4 rounds.
Do they do a cut?
No cut because I think it's only 60 guys.
Okay.
60 guys, 60 girls. Obviously not playing together.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see if anyone can get their military freedom. That's the only other. That's honestly the only interesting thing I have going for the Olympics.
Well, Sun Jae-im
It's Sung Jae Im and Siwoo Kim.
skipped the British Open.
They both did
They skipped a golf major
to be ready for this.
to be ready for the Olympics because they could potentially have to serve in the military if they don't medal.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, you got, for the U.S., it's Morikawa.
What would you do? Let's put you in this situation. You are, what happens with ties in, like, what if someone's like T3? Like, there's 4 guys that are T3. Like, do 4 people get bronze medals?
I don't know if they go to a playoff. Imagine that.
That would be interesting. So, for my argument's sake, let's say that you are in, I don't know, say you're in 3rd place. And you know that Sanjay M, say you're T3. Or you're, no. Let me make this better. You're T2. You and...
You do have to play off for position.
Okay. What I'm trying to get at, though, is like, if you're in position for a medal and you know Sanjay M is also there, and if you just kind of like throw the last hole, he could medal, but you still medal. Would you do it to get him to not have to go in the military?
What am I?
I don't even know if the situation is possible. I'm just making things. This is a hypothetical question, so I'm making shit up.
So we would have to be borderline tied for first,
Yeah.
or tied for second,
Yeah.
and by me fall, and say we're in like the last group,
Yeah.
and by me, so for me moving from silver to bronze,
Yeah.
by throwing the last hole.
Yeah.
Now this still guarantees me bronze.
Yes.
I would probably throw silver for bronze because I look at both of them like, who cares?
That's exactly what I was getting at. I
wouldn't-
wanted to make sure. Why I specifically didn't say first.
I would not throw.
No one's going to throw a gold medal.
I would not throw a gold medal.
In the Olympics, no. But if it's silver, bronze, who gives a fuck?
I don't care.
Yeah.
And then by throwing the silver for the bronze, you still lost,
Yeah. You're just
but you still finished top 3.
right. You have
then
an
the-
Olympic medal.
And now this dude gets to like continue his career.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, if it's not gold, it's some other medal.
Yeah.
But I would not throw from 3rd to 4th.
So I wonder.
I don't think I would throw 3rd to 4th to let him let him medal.
I wouldn't either.
I'm taking it if a medal's on the line. I'm going for the medal.
I'm going for the medal. Yeah.
If a medal is sort of guaranteed, I know nothing's guaranteed, but I'd probably fucking lip out and finish 4th. But if
double bogey 18.
yeah, 4-putt.
Stress free.
But if throwing second, 4th, 3rd is an option, like last group, then yeah, I'd consider it. But the other thing too is if there's 3 groups behind me, I'm not throwing it.
Right.
So it would have to be
Right.
last group with no chance of catching first.
Or towards the end with the last group shit themselves.
Yeah, like if they're way out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you almost have to look at first being almost wrapped up and then 4th and below being like gone.
I'm curious as to how the playoff format works because let's just say, because this happens, you have 2 guys that are T1 and then you have 3 guys that are T2. Is it the playoff from the guys that are T1? Is it the loser gets silver and the guys that are T2 play off for bronze and then whoever was in 3rd place doesn't get a medal?
Well, so technically that's
know?
not T2. Technically that's T3
Correct.
because you're 2 guys at the top.
No, that is true.
Yeah,
That
so
is
you would
true.
have a playoff for gold
Yeah.
where someone wins gold, someone wins silver, and then you would have
Yeah. Yeah.
the
That is
playoff
right.
for bronze as
right.
well.
That's right.
And it all takes care of itself because if 3 guys are tied for the top, then it's T4 and below.
Right.
So
Right. No,
that's actually easy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that is true. I didn't think of that. Huh. So it'll be interesting. I'll be watching.
Imagine a playoff for bronze between the 2 of them.
Oh my God. That would be terrible.
That would be insane.
And then, like, because it's in Tokyo, which is geographically very close to South Korea. Like, imagine like
The military just comes and grabs them.
The military is there on the 18th green.
We're here for the loser.
Dude, that would be fucking crazy.
Oh, that'd be so bad.
That would be fucking wild. It would make for great TV, though. I might throw a couple schmeckles on one of them to medal.
There's good odds. Neither of them have been playing all that great. Odds wise, so I think our guy Ian.
Yes, friend of the show.
Which this isn't breaking anything because you won't be able to bet this, or you'll have to hit live odds. He was on. Oh no, he was on Paul Casey? No, not Paul Casey. I forget who the fuck he was on. Truthfully, I don't remember who he was on.
Yeah.
He put out 3 picks on BetSided.
Whoa, you can bet on Olympic weightlifting on mybookie.com. Shout out to mybookie.com. Make sure you go to mybookie. Use our promo code SarcasmPod when you first sign up, and they will match your deposit 50% up to $1,000. So you deposit 1,000, they give you 500. You deposit 100, they give you 50. You know the deal. You can do math, or you can't. Whatever. But that's mybookie.com, promo code SarcasmPod.
Is there like a Ukrainian heavyweight that we can just take?
Yeah. Oh, she is not worth it. The dude from China, his last name is Shi. He's minus 600. Everyone else, the next closest is plus 600.
Oh, we got Olympic fencing though.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. Zhaojin Liu? Is that the guy? I don't know. There's some dude from China who is an absolute fucking monster. I think it's Zhaojin Liu. Or maybe I've been out of the sport for so long the guy's fucking retired at this point. But maybe I thought it was Zhaojin Liu, who's 81 kilo. All the weight classes are different now too when I used to compete. So nothing makes sense to me anymore. He's minus 180. It's probably worth. Oh, it's just for gold too. There's no like to medal. It's only you can only bet on who's going to win gold. I don't know really any of these names. The women 76 kilo class.
I think we have to wait till tomorrow. And I know whoever's listening, this is irrelevant because it'll be Thursday. I think we have to wait till tomorrow for the golf odds.
Yeah. That could make sense. So, wow. Lydia Valentin, who used to be really good, she lives for Spain. She's in the women's 87 kilo class. She is 5th on the odds list at 19-1. Chinese girl Zhuyu Wang is minus 1250. Holy shit. I've been out of the sport so long, I don't know any of these. I didn't know any of the names really to begin with, but... Oh, let's go! Laurel Hubbard. That's the dude. The woman dude. The trans woman. That just got me canceled. The trans woman, Laurel Hubbard, is plus 250 to win the women's super heavyweight class. Dude, I might throw like
couple schmeckles. What were the odds?
Plus 250.
Oof.
The favorite though is, wouldn't you know, another Chinese girl, Wenwen Li. She is minus 700. Those are some pretty hefty odds. Sarah Robles is still going to the Olympics because why not? I guess at this point. She's like the female version of Kendrick Farris. Yeah, it's like the Team USA just doesn't really have anybody.
They were talking about her like 12 years ago.
She competed in 08. I think she medaled in 08.
Probably.
So, man, I don't know any of these guys anymore either. The ones I do, I think are probably too old. Oh, Wes Kitts. Let's go. Team USA. That's bad. He's in the men's 109 class. To win gold, he's 9th on the odds list at 56-1. The favorite is Simon Martisroyan. He's minus 170. You know what's really funny too? This is like, I don't know if this makes me not woke or what, but the middle to smaller weight classes for men at the Olympics in Olympic weightlifting absolutely dominated by China and the Koreas.
Smaller people.
They're smaller people. When you get, this is what I mean. I don't know if this makes me non-woke or not, but fuck it. I don't care. It's a fact.
It's actually,
and then as the men get bigger, as the weight classes go up, who crushes is Russians,
Eastern Europe.
Russians and Turkish, the Turkish men.
The Turks?
Yeah, the Turks.
Fuck the Turks.
Yeah, fuck the Turks. Seriously, go Armenia.
Who hates? Oh, I would say who hates the Turks again?
But yeah, or like Middle Eastern, like whether it's like Saudi Arabia or like UAE or like as the weight classes go up and the guys get bigger, it's your Eastern European and your Middle Easterns that crush, and then in the middle to lower weight classes,
the Far East.
It's all
starts with
Chinese and Korean.
So it's Eastern Europe, Middle East, and then as you get smaller, it's Far East.
Yes,
And where are we? West?
yes, we're Westerners.
Oh, good. Hey, nice job, everyone.
Yeah, we don't have any odds for Olympic golf yet.
No, I don't see anything.
I think I'm going to throw a couple schmeckles, though, on Laurel Hubbard to win gold. I wish there was a bet to win, like just to medal. Maybe there will be as we get closer. I don't know. I don't know when the weightlifting actually is taking place, but probably at like 3 a.m. because that's usually when it always happens. That was funny, too. Like back, so what would that would have been? The 2012 Olympics, when I was like full-blown like competing. They would have weightlifting on at like 2:30 in the morning or like 4 a.m. or like random fucking times. And like people I knew or like lifted with, they'd be like, "Oh, are you going to set your alarm and get up?" And I'm like, "No, why the fuck would I do that? I don't care. Like, I don't like, I don't know you. I don't even know who the people are. You guys say all these names to me and I don't even know who the names are." Yeah. So, did I give a final, was that my final thought?
You didn't come up with
I didn't
one.
have one. All right. So my final thought is I want to give a big shout out to my new favorite country. You alluded to it already. Bangladesh. It is, if you are geographically impaired, it is over by India. And I want to say thank you. To whoever the fuck listens to this show in Bangladesh, because in the month of July, we are right around 40 downloads from the country of Bangladesh. So thank you guys. You guys rock. You're my new favorite country. I will be defecting because I don't have a house. I don't have anywhere to live. So in the
You're not tied to
meantime,
anywhere, right?
in the meantime, I'm just going to go live in Bangladesh until my house is done.
There can't be rules there, right?
I can't imagine. Are they an island?
I have no idea what Bangladesh is. Is it near India?
When the host doesn't listen, I literally just said that.
I wasn't listening. I'm too busy looking at how fucking people are fucking retarded.
Bangladesh. No, it is not an island. It is. It does border India. It is on the eastern side of India,
Below Pakistan?
below China, actually.
Oh, you said east. I thought you said west.
East. Yeah, common mix up there. It is sandwiched in between Myanmar and India, which is right below China. So shout out to Bangladesh and all you guys. If any of you want to come on the show, send us a DM.
And this isn't very woke, but speaking English is a requirement.
Yeah, I can't imagine it would be a very fun podcast.
No, because I
for
don't
people.
speak Bangladesian.
Yeah, do they speak? I don't know.
I'm sure they have their own language. I mean, they are their own country.
Yes.
Tell me they like speak like Latin or something.
No, man, that's a dead
I know it's a dead language. I'd fucking go through that with the goddamn kids.
Bangladesh language. What do they speak? Bengali. Yes. So neither of us speak Bengali.
Not even a word.
So, but again, if you're listening to this show, I would hope you probably speak English, unless you're trying to learn English. And at that at that point. Like, why are you listening to us? You're going to learn a lot of fucked up shit listening to us. But yeah, like you said, not to be like, anti-woke here, but
I definitely don't speak the language.
I don't speak Bengali, so I can't imagine it would be a very interesting show for people to try and figure out the whole language thing. But yeah, so if you speak English and you're listening to the show and you live in Bangladesh and you're one of the, 40 downloads, I also would imagine it's not 40 people, because every time one person gets a down, we put out probably 8 episodes a month. So do the math. What is that? 5 people in Bangladesh if they download both.
Or one person downloading 40.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that too. But yeah, so let us know. DM us on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod, or on Twitter if you have that, Sarcasm_speaks, and we'll get you on the show, because I would love to know the story about how you found us and why you listen to us.
And thank you for making a terrible life decision.
Yes, and thank you again to Little Giant Ladders.
They're the ones that definitely don't want anyone from Bangladesh on the show if you don't speak English, because they're xenophobic, obviously.
Yeah, so make sure you call their customer service department if you have any problems with us.
Yep, and remember, if you wouldn't throw the gold medal, or if you wouldn't throw a medal for one of the Koreans, that's their fault too.
Yep.
They taught us everything we know.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, yeah, that's going to do it for us. Thank you for watching. If you're on YouTube, remember, thumbs up, subscribe up top. We've got a ton of subscribers in the last week.
Thanks, Ian.
Yeah, thanks, Ian. Appreciate it. Still no one in Canada, though, which I think is funny. So we know. Also,
maybe he has a VPN in Bangladesh.
Maybe it's just Ian.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say,
Ian is Bangladesh.
If we get him on the show a second time, which we might, we don't know yet. Stay tuned. I'm not going to make any promises. Maybe as we get closer to the NFL season, maybe. But I think we both personally would love to have him on again. But if we do get him on again, I'm definitely going to give him shit and be like, well, I know you don't listen to the episodes because we get tracked and there's 0 downloads in the country of Canada.
Dude, he definitely has a VPN for Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Like, that's 100% what happened.
Imagine
he's listened to 40 episodes.
Imagine I call him out and be like, oh, dude, I know you're not listening to the episodes. And he's like, no, I have a VPN.
You guys nailed it. I'm Bangladesh.
Oh, that would be perfect. That would literally be like our luck too. So yeah.
You don't want to be around for that victory lap.
No.
That, like, you thought Ovi when in the cup was bad?
Yeah.
If I fucking nail that, oh, that's gonna be bad.
I'm stone colding beers. So yeah, subscribe, all that. Tell everybody you know about the show. Wherever you're listening right now, make sure you're subscribed. If you're not already, go over to the iTunes store. Give us 5 stars. Leave us a review. Again, it's the engagement that helps. It helps new people find the show. So, we're not going to make the charts, or we're not going to be in like your suggested videos on YouTube or any of that shit if there's not likes and comments, because it's how you engage with your audience that helps them want to promote you. So go do that, please. Thank you. You can get us on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. Our Twitter is Sarcasm_speaks. The Facebook page is just Sarcasm Speaks. And until next time, good night, everybody.